Hello Universe, this is Whovian Wizard and welcome back to the video. And today in this video we are once again playing Minecraft communities as yourself and I on this channel. And today in this video we are going to be building something brand new just on the horizon, just over there, right next to the SoundCloud thing. But before we do that, we're of course going to go and do the parkour as normal, and I thought I was about to fail that then. I'm very far forwards compared to where I would like to be normally, but hey ho, there we go. I still made it, so that's fine. Once again, we're not going to head over to the doghouse, and actually we're not going to head over to see the dog straight away right now either. We're actually going to go and see the iron farm that has now been complete, just over here. So I finished it off in between videos. It didn't take that long to do, to be completely honest. It was mainly just finishing the water off, and obviously the villagers took me forever. But once I did that, we were plain sailing. So I'll try and explain quickly how I did the villagers, because obviously it's a bit temperamental. I don't know, it's a bit difficult to try and figure out. Like, I had to watch a tutorial to figure out how to change villagers' professions properly. But obviously you can just watch the same tutorial. You don't need me to explain. But if you are just watching this video, then I might as well explain while I'm over here. There is also, hopefully, I don't know, there might have been something gone wrong, I don't know. But there is hopefully as well a video on my second channel, the Whovian Wizard. Get the pun? It's very funny. The Whovian Wizard, which is a time lapse of me essentially waiting by the thing for 20 minutes. So I will just see how much iron it generated. So if you're interested in that, just see how much iron it generated in 20 minutes, then there will be a link in the description and possibly a card in the top right of the screen if I remember to do that. So that's pretty much it, to be completely honest. However, I then kind of waited around here for an extra, I reckon, about an hour. So there, and obviously, oh yeah. I completely forgot to tell you about this. So before, this forest wasn't here, if you didn't notice. So this is like a magical forest thing. As you can see, I did accidentally plant some of the birch trees a little bit too close. We'll just go and plant that there. Yeah, I essentially just extended this. I went around with some bone meal and put some flowers all around the place. It's kind of linked it up to that flower hill. It doesn't look that good, and then it kind of transitions with this place into a oak forest. And when I planted some trees, there were in fact some beehives that came out of it, which are kind of cool. I don't really know how beehives work. There's one over there too. So we're not going to experiment with that right away, but I reckon there's something cool that we could do with that. So we go in here. This wall of trees along here. This was what we built in the last video. And then 4-block gap on each side. I added a wall of trees just by doing saplings and then letting them grow. Obviously some lanterns are over here and stuff like that. Some mushrooms are planted. Overall, I think it just looks quite nice. I haven't finished terraforming this area yet, but let me just, before we go and look in the chest at the big reveal of how much iron we've got, let me just go and show you this. So these are the villager pods from the last video that we built, but they didn't have any villagers inside. So obviously some water, then some villagers, and then some glass. So the way you do this is normally they'd have whatever profession they normally have, not all just flexures. You then put in this corner or that corner over there, it doesn't really matter, the flexing table. Then one of them out of these 20 would flash green, and then that would be their profession. Then you destroy it, then they lose that profession, so they'll be the only unemployed villager. Then you find the unemployed villager and you go and give him whatever it's called, go and place the flexing table right in front of him, and then he sticks with that, which is how you want to do it. It was like I said, I can't really explain it. Just look up a tutorial. It's not that hard to find one. This is of course the main mechanism over here. There's just some water flowing down here, and then water on all of these bits here. So it is water everywhere, other than these 4 lava blocks in the middle, which I've then got button, and I've then got what's it called? And here is an iron golem going in. It's very sad watching them die, I'm not gonna lie. Decorate this entire place, and yeah, that's a sad byproduct of essentially the way this works is you trick the game into thinking this area is a village, so it spawns iron golems. However, at villages it also spawns cats, so there have been a few kitty cat casualties, I guess is the way to put it, which is kind of sad, but I think it's unavoidable. And then, oh my gosh, that is a lot of iron. So I took out all the iron that I got after 20 minutes. So this is about an hour's worth of iron and obviously fish and string and stuff and roses as well, or poppies. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. Like, I'm not going to lie. I don't think we'll ever have to go mining, at least not for iron, ever again. Like, I'll just go and stand here for a couple of hours, which is, I'm very pleased with how that's worked, to be completely honest. It also, like, I'm happy with the theme and stuff. It looks quite nice. Obviously, it looks quite boxy, but it's surrounded by other trees and stuff, so it's not that bad. This entire area is going to be either grass, or then I'm thinking maybe I should have, like, a little lake around there. But I'm not entirely sure yet. I think we're just going to figure that out between videos. Obviously, I'll have to get rid of all that sand there. I already did a little bit, just then I could link this up properly. But I'm thinking this is going to stay all water. There's going to be a little lake there surrounding that little island with a couple of swamp trees on. And then that's going to be like a little swamp lake thing. And then obviously on the other side, you've got a little bit more swamp. But then you've also got birch trees and dark oak that will hopefully, then I'll spread them all kind of link up here. So it will be birch, oak, and then dark oak, and with a little bit of birch and mushrooms, if you know what I mean. It's a little bit complicated, but hopefully in the next video, or by the next video, I'll have it sorted out. So this is the flowery hill. Sadly, for whatever reason, I can't get these, like, this amount of flowers that just, like, this hill area looks really nice. Like, I wanted all of this ground to have that kind of diversity, but it doesn't seem to. It just seems to grow like one, like, as you can see there, you got like the daffodils or dandelions, whatever they're called, and then the poppies, and that's about it. Maybe those blue ones occasionally. And you come up here, and you've got like a little flowery paradise. It's ridiculous, and I kind of love it, but like I don't know how to link it up. And as you can see there is the villagers from behind. I was kind of hoping we'd get more tall trees growing. I guess if you wanted to have it covered up completely, you could just keep destroying the trees until you get all tall trees. Is probably the way to go about it. But I wasn't that fussed. Like, it's very rare that you'll be up here looking at it. But it would just be an extra little thing, I think. You could possibly even just cover it up with leaves by yourself. Which I might actually do, to be fair. I just didn't really think about that. And there are 2 cats and 2 chickens. Why are they spawning inside of each other? That's very true. I'm just going to make... Yeah, there we go. Just because otherwise you've got 1 chicken with 2 heads. Which it doesn't seem quite right, especially in Minecraft. So let's go and start building. Like, it's been like nearly 10 minutes and we haven't even started building yet. Which is ridiculous for me. Normally, I tend to faff about a little bit. But never to this scale. And I have just realised over there that tower doesn't actually have any walls on it. I could have sworn it did. So I'm going to go and fix that as well. That was, if you didn't know, back when the community was over there, just on the other side of this community, I used to have like a bunch of little towers everywhere, towers. So then if something was going on there, or there were a lot of mobs, like if I was anywhere other than the community and there were a lot of mobs, then I could just run around the place and I'll be fine, kind of thing, if you know what I mean. It's a bit complicated, but like they're almost like safe houses just around the map. And then I destroyed a bunch of them, but that one still remained, and I thought it'd be kind of cool just to have it there. However, I also realised I haven't actually finished it. And hello sheep, you are very useful considering what we're building today. Because today we're going to be building a giant sheep. It's actually going to double as a wool farm. And as you can see, it took me a lot of wool to get this wool farm. Obviously, if you're doing a wool farm, you don't need to build it like a sheep. It's just I thought it would be quite cool too. So we're going to link it up like that. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this side is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then it just link it up like so. Then in the middle, there is going to be a door, but we'll add that in later. So that's the basis of it, I guess. The reason why this is so far away from the path, by the way, is because there are going to be feet sticking out. But before we do the feet, I think we probably... Yeah, okay, hang on. So this is going to be 23 up on these sides. So I think I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Hang on. No, that's 4 because there's one at the bottom, wasn't there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, that seems, yeah, that is right, because I had 26 before, we added 22 on top. So I'm not actually going to keep building like that because, oh my gosh, I was going to say because it might kill me, and I did not think that it would take me that low down. Instead, we're going to build all the way up to 23 by just doing it like this. I doubt we're going to get the entire outside done today, just because it's big, and it's just a big orange box at the end of the day. But obviously it's going to have a head on top. It's a sheep sat down is the thing. It's not like, or a sheep on its side. I don't know. It's I don't know. That's the front of the sheep, and legs will be sticking out there, and then the head will be on top, if you know what I mean. So it's kind of it's a bit weird. I don't know. You'll see what I mean once we built it. But for now, I think we're just going to have to go up 2 blocks at a time doing this. This is just so then it doesn't kill me, because like you saw before, I got to half a heart. And maybe we could do it more reliably, which we are currently. So it won't be a 23 block or 22 block jump. Instead, it will just be, well, I don't know, a lesser jump than 22 blocks. Which hopefully shouldn't kill me, but you can never be too sure. Like, it's going to take us the same amount of time to do anyway. I could even just fill the middle in with water, but I do think, like, I don't know, that would just be a bit of a faff, because there's going to be quite a lot of redstone going on. And so the way this is going to work is, the reason why this is so, whatchamacallit, so compact, is because it doesn't need to be anything more than compact, to be completely honest with you. So it's gonna have let me just have something quick to eat. It's gonna have on either side, so you're gonna walk in, right in front of you is gonna be a chest with some hoppers going into it, which is how you collect it. On your right there's gonna be a tower of sheep, or a tower of sheep pens. All of the pens are going to be having sheep in, obviously. And all the sheep will be having their own little bit of grass that I'll get using my Silk Touch pickaxe or Silk Touch axe, depending on... do I have on my shovel? No, I don't have it on my shovel, which would be ideal. However, that doesn't really matter. However, my pickaxe is getting close to breaking, so I'm thinking I might have to use my axe for it, or just get it on my shovel. Like, it probably shouldn't be that difficult. I think I've got a Silk Touch book. It's just I don't like using them, because I know at some point I'm going to need it and then not have it because I've broken it. Maybe I should just make a separate shovel with Silk Touch on that I only use when I need Silk Touch. That would make sense, to be completely honest with you. However, yeah, actually, maybe I will do that. I don't know. But this is, yeah, on each side there's going to be a tower of sheep pens. And there's going to be a dispenser on each one, dispensing shears. And if you don't know, if you dispense shears next to a sheep with wool on, it drops wool. It shears it. So that's what we're going to be doing. It's essentially an automatic shearing system using redstone. So essentially, like the iron farm, if I just hang about here long enough, then it should just give me a ton of wool. So I no longer have to just go around a bunch, trying to use the sheep to get whatever wool I need, like I did with this. I should just be able to leave it on AFK, and hopefully, like the iron farm, this should be pretty useful. Like, normally, like I said before, unless you, like, really gonna build a giant cloud that drops music discs purely for the joke of SoundCloud, like, or you're not gonna go normally, the blue fire, that looks like a gas cooker thing. Like, normally you go, that looks cool, rather than that looks like a gas cooker. Whereas, like, nothing really has that much functionality in this world, let's be fair. A lot of it is to do with just jokes, or even, like, storytelling and stuff. Like, obviously, you got that, like, you're never going to build a pub like that, are you? Like, it looks kind of nice, but you're never really going to build it. Like, you're never really going to build an office building. Like, the Wizard Industries doesn't really do anything. And I have just realised, I think this sheep might be bigger than Wizard Industries. It's not going to be as big as the clock tower, because the clock tower is 88 blocks tall, I think. I don't know, there's a sign in it. And why didn't I realise when I first climbed up to 23, there was a pool of water right there. Actually, yeah, I couldn't have made it right from there, but I could make it right from where I was. So that works fine for me. So we're gonna run down here and try and get some more wool, which we do have plenty of. I was slightly scared for a second that we wouldn't. Do we have any wood in here? We do not. We do have dirt though, but I kind of need that dirt. Oh yeah, I already got the grass. That's fine. I'm gonna need more than that, aren't I? Should this be enough? Yeah, a stack will be enough. It's only going up by 23. Not even that, because we're not going all the way up yet. So I'm gonna have to destroy this, obviously, in between videos. But for now, that should be fine. Like, I can't be bothered to do stuff like that in videos. It's just not that entertaining. It's just not that fun. To be completely honest, whereas I'm fine sitting here listening to music, just doing all the laborious tasks. Whereas you obviously can't listen to music with me, music with me, because I'll get like the video get taken down. Which obviously monetization for a channel with 200 subscribers is not an issue. However, whenever I've tried to upload a video with any kind of music in before, other than royalty-free stuff, it always gets taken down, which is often really annoying. But hey-ho, there we go. It's just what happens sometimes. However, I've gotten used to it at this point. I think the one exception was I uploaded one video that had a song. I can't remember what song it was. It was the one that's in a film that The World's End, not Pirates of the Caribbean. The third one in the Cornetto trilogy. Yeah, it was a song from that just happened to work well. That didn't get copyright claimed. Well, it did. It got demonetized. But, I mean, it didn't get taken down because of it, which is good for me. Like, normally, a lot of my videos just get taken down with that. So, like, I don't like using normal songs in my videos normally, just because it's always a bit weird. Like, I don't know, with royalty-free, is what you expect to hear. Especially from a Minecraft video. You expect to hear cheap royalty-free music. That doesn't really sound that good, but it kind of works. Like, it's either very energetic or very sad or whatever. And it's normally, even when it is supposed to be very sad, it's not that sad. If it was that sad, then they would probably not release it as royalty-free. They would release it as a proper song, if it was actually good. But it works for what we need. But I don't know, it's just a bit weird. I suppose, while we're up here... Now, I can't build the face while I'm up here because I don't have the necessary materials, which is kind of annoying. However, what we can build is coming down here, and then... Hang on, let me just check quickly. Sorry about this. If I go... Is that right? Okay. Yeah, okay. And so it'll be from the middle block, which is here. Is this right? That is right. I do believe it looks like it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, perfect. Let's just go and break this away. Then I'll actually go and destroy this with my ridiculously good shovel that doesn't have silk touch in it. And I broke some of the path as well. Or well, some of the floor. That wasn't the path. It was next to the path. So now we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, wait, what? Yep, 6. 1. Hang on. Let me just go and grab a proper stack of this. Then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we're just gonna. It's 6 by 6. If you're wondering, which is why we've gone up by 6. This should be right. Yep. And then in the middle, there's going to be a leg that comes out, and it's going to be the same on this side. So let's just go and do that one while we're here. I don't really need to count it because I know where it goes now. Let's just go like this, and then is that yep, that's fine. Can you reach further now? I thought you only used to be able to reach 2. That's why I always do it in 2s, because I thought that's all you could reach. I thought that was the limit. I might be wrong. I probably am. Well, I definitely am now. But I don't know whether it was the limit. I know it isn't now because I've just proved it. However, let's stop rambling and let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. 5 out with this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 1, 2. Yeah, okay, that seems about right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Obviously, normally I'd leave like a 1 block gap in front of the path if I could. However, because it's in the air, it doesn't really matter that much about gaps. So I'm not going to worry that much about gaps if it doesn't really matter that much. I am, however, going to get another couple stacks of this out of the chest, just so then I don't have to go back down and try and do it. And yes, this does look a bit weird. It makes the sheep look very pale, I'm not going to lie. However, it's, I think, the closest to sheepskin. There are some sheeps around here. Are they still there? No, it looks like those 3 sheeps have either gone for a wander or despawned, which is probably more likely. However, let's just go and do this, and it doesn't really matter. Like, you can see what I mean. Even if there aren't any sheep here. And then we're going to go, like, where's this stuff? Is that right? Yeah, this is right. Let's just go along here. And then 2 out. Like, these are the hooves, obviously. Can I reach that? Actually, it's probably, yeah. This was far easier to reach from the side. I don't know why I didn't do it like that. So if we go... Actually, I don't even need to do the middle, do I? Because you won't be able to see it. However, just for my own sanity, I think I probably should. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. No, I'll do it while it's here. Let's just go and fill these last 2 bits in. And then we're going to go over here. And we're going to build the other leg. So we're going to go 2 blocks up there just as a platform. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then, okay, I get it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That is just mucked up completely. I've just built a bunch of blocks on the floor that I didn't mean to. And this happens to link up perfectly, which is always nice. It's always a great feeling whenever something like that links up perfectly, even if it's not staying there. And, the wolf just reminded me. I forgot to go and see the dogs. I forgot to go and see how they were getting on. Fun thing in the world. So I'm actually going to go and do that in a second. How many more blocks? It's only 1, just like this. Then I'll add the hoof, and then we'll go over and see how the dogs are getting on, because I haven't seen them in a little while. Well, I fed them the other day, and that's the last I've seen of them, to be completely honest with you. So I think it's easier to just do the back bit first, and then we'll go and add the front bit, just like so. There we go. Then we'll just go and destroy those 2, and there we go. Let's go and see the doggos then, which is, what's the easiest way to get to it? I'm determined to stop just cutting through places, because I built these paths for a reason. I'm going to follow them. That's a different building. It's down here. It's down here. No need to worry. There we go. Here they are. They're in this building here, which is a very ugly building intentionally. There is a skeleton in there to intentionally deter people. And hello, skeleton. How are you doing? Can you see me through the bars? I think, can he? Is he looking at me whenever he turns in the same direction, or is it just a coincidence? I don't know. I think he can see me. It's just he knows he can't shoot me, so he's not bothering. And hello, Mr. Man. I'm not going to bother saying the passcode because you know who I am, and because I forgot it. Just shut that behind me. And hello, doggos. How are you all doing today? And have you not changed anything? You're slacking, doggo. You're slacking. I know this looks very fun as it is, but I don't personally think this is the most fun thing in the world. Maybe that's just because I haven't tried it. And actually, no, I was going to craft a minecart and join in, because obviously I've got a ton of iron now. But, nah, I don't have a crafting table. I can't be bothered with that. But I'll just leave you to it. If you think that's the most fun thing in the world, doggos, then I'm not going to try and change your mind. For you guys, it probably is the most fun thing in the world. However, for me, what is the most fun thing in the world is saying goodbye. Actually, no, it's not. However, it was a nice segue. It would have been a nice segue. However, it didn't quite work. But that is the end of this video now. The next video will be online soon. I hope you all enjoyed this video. And there will be a link in the description to the next video once it is online. So, goodbye.